And if you couldn't tell, I really, really love Doom 1 soundtrack. And that is a custom ZDoom monster. I did not make that. That is a plasma trooper. I'm gonna take in some water. I also really like the color on these. It's really cute. I quite like it. So, as you can see, we get a shotgun to start off with, and then of course, bang! They're basically... I was tempted to actually not include custom monsters, but I thought it would be fun to do it. This is 100% a Doom 1 homage level. I did not want to make a standard level out of this. I wanted this to be like... This is like Doom 1. So, a little bit of goodies in here. I like the idea that you're working on Mars, so, you know, everything's going to be crammed together. Doom 3 kind of does that, but I wanted it to be bright. Like, classic Doom aesthetic, basically. So, as the level is called, it's called Green Goo, you can imagine there's quite a bit of barrels and toxic waste, so this is technically our first toxic waste level. I kind of wanted this area to be like a refinery plant next to a dig site, which was the last level, obviously, so... Or not last level, but you know what I mean. I wanted it to be like the whole area is kind of merging together, and yes, those are supposed to be like substitutes for arachnotrons. They give you plasma as well when they die, so like I said earlier on, I wanted everybody to feel included. I wanted everybody to have their plasma gun freaking weird shit that people like. I don't know. Some people really like the plasma gun, so I decided to keep it in. So these are also dispensers. They do work. I just don't want to activate them yet. You can see that spits out a health kit. I think that spits out a med kit. Yeah, there we go. So if you want like to save, that was the idea behind these, was they only work once. It's not repeatable. Yeah, thank God I actually did code that in. The reason behind this is not only for world building. I mean, it's very rudimentary, but I wanted it to show that the player gets the idea big, small, like for health kits in the environments with people, because also, if you couldn't tell, you don't pick them up when you interact with them, obviously, so you have to interact with them to scratch that whole sentence, you know what I mean? You can interact with these to spawn health, rather than accidentally walk over and be like, oh shit, I wasted a med kit. And also you can spawn them in to remember where they're at. I like that as a concept. I don't know. It's cool. It's cool to me. That's all that matters, right? So, I also like this. It's a little bit of, like, storytelling. So where you get a chainsaw for pistol starts. It says, the switch seems to be chewed on and damaged beyond repair. It doesn't do anything. It's literally just there for flavor text. So, this is supposed to be like a maintenance closet, I'm guessing, if I had to assume what I was trying to go for here. But, you can also see, and if... Oh, I didn't show off the last level's secret. There was a little Easter egg that I put in. I'll go back to it later, at the end of the bit I've done. So, this is actually like goo going through here, and it's leaking. That's the idea. So, like a little... The demons have breached through. You can see I've actually like textured the ceiling falling off or whatever. That is because of just the way Doom works. I just wanted it to be like rocks, but I was like, ah, whatever, we'll do that. You get the idea, I hope. And of course this connects to this, so. That is a invisible dude as well. I like the idea that the demon was just bored and just started chewing on shit. I think that's funny. I don't know. So, see, like I said, you can just spawn health so you know where it's at. And also, this is based on some Half-Life stuff. I just really like Half-Life 1 a lot, if you couldn't tell. So, anywho, I also put in invisibility, but we're going to be saving that for later. So this is also where you get your super shotgun if you're playing this pistol start. Let's see if I can... So also, I like the idea that this is a purification plant as well. Because I just wanted there to be like clean water, like they were also cleaning off artifacts they were finding from the dig site. I just think that's kind of cool, I guess. I don't know. And obviously I wanted it to be the player could actually like plan out their heals. I like that a lot. I don't know, it's just a good concept, I think. So you can also do these levels. This level is actually non-linear. So this room is a bitch without a rocket launcher, and I'm not gonna lie. I kind of intend the player, if you're pistol starting, to go in here first, because you'll see why in a minute. But also you can use the plasma troops as a... Oh shit. Why is the door... You know, I'm not really gonna complain. It's not a big deal. I think I did actually make the door so it stayed open, but I don't know. I could have probably fucked up. It's debatable with me at this point. So also another example of you can see the next room in advance. So you can use the like barrels to kill the enemies as well, or a plasma gun. And you can see there's also a yellow door. And if you have noticed, there's a yellow door over here. So not only that, there's areas... I wanted this to be a non-linear style, like classic Doom level. Like I said, I was very influenced by classic Doom design for this whole thing. As I said, you can spawn med kits if you want them. Mel kits. You know. And this is also where you can get another super shotgun. That's why I was saying you can go in here if you want to do that. And I believe touching the shotgun opens up that door. I'm not 100% certain, but I'm pretty sure it does. So... like I said, you can spawn health kits. That is actually not me being cheesy. There's a reason I did that. So, we haven't seen any goo yet, but there's also 2 of these in here. That's a deliberate idea. And here's a secret. This Archvile really can't do anything to you. He can't really get out of here. But I just wanted him to be an annoyance. Oh, I guess he can. Shit. Well. Oh well. I designed it, so there's that. This is also another secret you can find, and I will explain how you can see that as well. It's very faint, but you can see the textures are misaligned, and there's a brain in front of it, and the door has a leg in front of it too. So that's another little subtle hint. You can get that. Also, let's pick this up. I want to show this off. I'm pretty proud of this. This is also where you get some plasma and goodies. You can also see into the next area if you like to do that. I can't remember if you can activate that, and I don't want to. I don't want to find out. Let's see. There's also the room over here. This is where you're gonna get a chain gun if you're playing pistol start as well. Because like I said, I know everybody likes chain gun. I'm not a huge chain gun man, but and also your plasma gun as well. So, you feel shooting the glass is a poor idea, and that's also obviously a hint. So, if we do that, a friendly lost soul. He just kind of floats around. He just hangs around all day. So, yeah, he's not important at all. Yeah, I like that secret. I don't know. It's really stupid. I'm kind of a fan of it. So this is also the next big combat arena, and I wanted this to be the player for the plasma people, because I know those people like this. I wanted it to be arachnotrons initially, but I thought that would be too much bullshit. It's already very difficult, because you can see why I designed this to be a plasma gun area. Oh, Jesus. I'm fucking dying on my own creation. That's incredible. This is actually a very difficult level, and I still think I want to rebalance it still, I think, because there is definitely room for improving it. I don't know. I still think it could do some work in the terms of difficulty, but I kind of stand by it. I didn't want the player to be, like, going to have an easy time. And I initially actually had these slimes, like, coming down from the ceiling. These were actually transparent at one point, but it sucked, trust me, it was really bad. Basically all that spam would just go straight at the player, and there's no dodging room, because you can be like, like while you're doing it. So, This is an instant fucking kill. There's no way out of there. I will demonstrate right now. Yeah, you just die. So, there's nothing down there. That is a dangerous fucking hellhole. You don't want to fall into it. So, don't do that. Pretty obvious stuff, I'd hope. I actually kind of like this design. It's just a big, empty, weird... This was a very Half-Life-y inspired level as well. And you, of course, you need a yellow card to open this door. So like I said, a lot of non-linear design. This room is utter horse shit. I think this is one of the hardest things I've ever made, and I don't want to change it. See what I was talking about with that door shit I was referring to? I didn't want the player to get over-reliant on using a door. So, I like how I don't even have to think. I know what weapon to use for each area because I fucking coded them. So, basically, there's also this... I was inspired by that segment in Serious Sam 1 where there's the clear going down at you and you have, like, the pit behind you that you can't fall in. I like the idea that the player can get bottlenecked into that pit if they're not careful or blown the fuck up. I love that. I just think this is a bullshit room and I'm very proud of it being a bullshit room. This is also completely why you can get a radiation suit early if you want one. But you can strafe across this. I designed that intentionally to be that way. I didn't want the player to be like, ah, fuck, and lose health every time they wanted to get something. But also there's another yellow door. It's like I planned this or something. I don't know, man. So of course, this is totally not design that I stole from Half-Life or anything. But of course, I wanted this to be a very classic Doom area where it's like, you can see what I mean. I'm just like sort of like dodging back and forth between cover and projectiles and hit scan enemies and determining which one's which. And of course, corner placement. It's very important to keep the player engaged. So this is where we get the yellow key card, and you can, I think, go... Yeah, you can go back out there, but what kind of scrub does that? I mean, seriously. I really like this design. It's just, it's constant, like, flow, and you're doing something every, like, second, and I really like that. It's just... I don't know, it's how I feel Doom is. It's like this constant movement of determining things. So, I like these. This is just a really cool looking design, which oh hi, how's it going, guys? This is also glass, technically, but you can see there's goodies down there, so ooh, maybe I can go down there. I intentionally made it get darker so the player could see it from a distance and go, ooh, what's down there? Because initially, when you go through here, you don't want to be in here, so you run straight into this room, and obviously these are safe. You can't actually break these or shoot through these. So let's go ahead and do this. It's actually an optional area, but at least I think it's optional. I'm pretty sure it is, so you'll see what I mean in a minute. And also, this is empty. There are no yummy snacks in the machine, so... I didn't want the player to get over-reliant on that either. Also, I really love this section. It's fucking bullshit, and I love it. It's absolutely designed to be a fucking shit show if you mess up once. And the player has to constantly notice they have a timer ticking down on their, like, radiation suit. There is barrels everywhere. There's demons running at you, so you can't just stand still. There's... Oh shit. Now I'm making terrible mistakes. There's just crap everywhere. I love this. This is such an awful area. So... You may think, wow, that you died on your own level. I designed this part to be as fucking irritating as humanly possible on purpose. So, this is... Honestly, it's not that badly designed, and I'll show you the best way to handle it. The best thing to do is just spam rockets, and don't worry about wasting them, because there's rockets everywhere after a while. So, I really love this level. This is actually one of my favorite levels I started working on. I kind of feel like it's done, but I still think the difficulty on another section needs balanced a bit more. And that's even after I rebalanced it. So, like I said, this is public beta. This is not like a final build by any stretch. So, Obviously, you can tell the trick here is to lure things and move in like a semicircle to try and like rope-a-dope them up and, you know, do your business on them. You don't have to kill everything, but I want to show you that it is entirely doable. I just wanted the player to never have to stop, because if you have downtime in Doom, well, the player might be bored. So I do have other levels planned out that do revolve around puzzles. But the problem is, with Doom, and most shooters in general, puzzles only have a very formulaic nature that they fall into. It's very basic. So, I also like how the sludge is not transparent. Like, it's actually, like, a solid layer. Because I like the idea that it's so thick and viscous that you actually can't shoot through it. I like that. It's small, but I like it. So, oh, why am I getting frame drops? So there's also the other area we can go to, which I quite like that. I just like being able to see. Oh shit. I went off of John Romero's design. If you can see an area, the player can go there, because it's natural player curiosity, right? Also, yes, this area is incredibly bullshit if you fuck up. It is very influenced by Serious Sam and various slaughter maps. But you can see why I was like, I want the player to have to constantly be moving. I did design this after playing Doom Eternal, because I really like the design of that game where it influences you to never stop. It's very rhythmic, and I like it. So you can see that it's getting darker. I really like this effect. This is why I said it's so hard to make like really adequate lighting in Doom, because it's so sector-based that it's very difficult to actually make lighting effects. I mean, it's simple in anything that's not Doom, essentially. So, oh shit. I'm dead. That was my mistake. I fucked up too much. That was my fault, basically. You can use plasma gun or rockets. I designed that to be, like, totally doable. I'm also really tired and not paying a lot of attention, so that's and I'm doing, like, playing the game and commentating at the same time and talking about the design I had. Jesus Christ. Who designed this bullshit? Totally not me, I hope. Anyways, because like I said, I wanted the player to be stressed. I wanted the player to have to constantly be moving, constantly be shooting, constantly be assessing what enemy is in front of them, how much ammo they have, whether or not they should use their power weapon. You know, I really like that, and hence why there's no BFG yet, and there's tons of rockets. You really are not going to run out of ammo. I wanted it to be, if you were running out of ammo, you did something wrong. That's the idea. So don't feel like, oh shit, Seth's the sadist and didn't put any health packs in here. No, I did. There's just not very many. I am pretty sure this area is optional. I'm not even gonna lie. I think this area is just entirely skill-based and just fun. So, and I like the idea that it's dark, it's hard to see. The light amp goggles are absolutely useless in Doom, so I didn't want you to have to use that. I'm saving because I'm a bitch, so I'm fine. I designed this, damn it. I can do that. I do what I want. So, here we go. Yeah, 15 HP. I could probably wager you should have more health, but whatever. And I like the idea that this is where the toxin they're refining is coming from. I like that. And that's a very easy, like, encounter right there. Surprisingly, I had this actually comprising mainly of chain gunners, but I said fuck that, and I just put them back here because I didn't want to do that. So, telefrag! Yay! And then we kill I think it's an imp over here. See, that entire area is completely optional, I'm pretty sure. So, you don't actually need to go in here. You can just go all the way around. There's no lock sector. This level's long. I actually did intend it to be long. Like I said, non-linear design. I really wanted this to be something the player could come back to areas, remember where they put health at. You know what I mean. I wanted the player to explore the level at their own pace. So, yeah, that's why I have... You notice I know which route to go at this point, because I'm not going to make a terrible mistake. So, here's a yellow key card, and oh shit, what the hell is this? This doesn't look safe. And the crate is too heavy to push, so you can't go through that way. Anytime you see text on the screen, it's basically a no-go. So, this is a personal decision, and I'll show you what I mean. I don't really need that armor, it's not that useful. Actually, what am I doing? Do this first. I wanted to make sure the barrels actually presented a hazard to the player if they weren't careful. And yep, like I said, I made every door pretty much in the entire game able to open that. I love that horrible idea. So, you can enter from the other side, or you can go in from this one. So, also, you can tell that this area is not supposed to be infected with, like, radiation at this point. So, that's why you see these radiation signs as well. It's the idea that the facility is dilapidated. And, obviously it's getting fucking ruined. But, yeah. So this section here, I think I need... Oh my god. Yeah, I kind of want to remove the Revenants, to be honest. I think the Revenants are a bit too much. And... Oh, Jesus. Let's just reset that encounter. That's pretty bad. So those little, like, sectors here are actually... Or line defs are actually autosaves. So, if you're trying to be pure, you'll just reset the level. But if you're trying to do a normal human being playthrough, you can just, like, have the autosave work for you. That was the idea behind it. I haven't had it really backfire, and I've tried to design it to where that won't happen. Like, you'll get, like, stuck in a, like, death loop. It's actually kind of hard to figure out what players will do. I tried to make it on going into new sectors. So, or going into new areas in specific. And this whole area is supposed to be based on shipping containers and stuff. Like, this is a dig site as well. Like, I don't know how there's oxygen if it's Mars. I don't think I ever explicitly say it's Mars. I might in the text file. I can't remember. Pretend that it's breathable environment. How about that? It's a cave and it's hell. Dude, it's Doom. It doesn't need story. I think that this area could do with some better rebalancing. Like I said though, I didn't want the player to get bored, and I wanted the player to constantly be on their toes and dodging and, like, strafing around, picking up objects, because I just don't want you to get bored, man. That's part of the problem with a lot of amateur Doom levels, and I'm not saying I'm an expert by any stretch. I wouldn't even say I'm better than amateur. I'm, like, close to being considered amateur in my eyes. I'm not even close to being, like, finalized, like, with my design and everything either. So, yeah, I don't know. But I just don't like to get bored. I don't want the player to get bored. I want the player to move around and look at stuff and be like, oh, wow, that's fascinating. Like how this wall texture is never the same texture. I wanted that to be something you notice. Like, it's just, oh, that's cool. There's, like, different layers of rock and sediment. I like that. I also like how the floor is green, because it's supposed to be, like, corroded over with some sort of weird algae, like, that's covering the rocks as well. I quite like the, like, see what I mean? Like, it's supposed to be, like, algae or some sort of nasty shit that, like, is covered over this area. Like, this has been like this before UAC, like, did it. That was the idea, at least, I should say. That area is a no zone. I don't want to go there right this second. And you can see, I told you guys earlier, I hate this trap. It's fucking horrible. I hate when people do this, and I don't know why I did it either. I guess because I fucking hate people that do that. So, that's another way to get in here. This is why I suggest going in from the other side, because this is very narrow, and it's a very easy choke point to get funneled into. But you can funnel the monsters better through this. It's a lot easier. So, but you do run that risk of getting choke pointed. So it's very, like, up to the player with what they do with it. But also, that's the secret area we demonstrated earlier, so I quite enjoy the idea of seeing, like, I think, oh no, is this the secret I actually did put in the game that I didn't label as a secret because I'm a scrub? No, not that. No clip. No clup. No clip. There we go. Pretty sure I put a secret here. Yeah, I did. Oh, god damn it. Oh no, I flew through the damn wall. Okay, hang on a second. This is actually funny. Oh, I didn't put it in. I thought I did. This is it's supposed to say, how does it feel to be a cheater when you actually do that? No, I like my messages. Yeah, it's supposed to say, how does it feel to be a dirty cheater or something when you do that. That was in the last level, I just didn't show it off. But that one I know I have a text, like, message come up when you pick it up. It says, like, it does say something like, how does it feel to cheat, or something like that. It's just, I hate people that cheat at games, so I put a little dickish insult at people that cheat in games. I like that. It's like, oh look, a BFG, how do I get that? And then you no-clip to pick it up, or type in cheat codes. It's just shitty, and I don't like it. So, like I said, you should have more than enough rockets and plasma to take care of this kind of shit. Oh, Jesus. The stalagmites, oh, dicks. I actually have not died to an archvile in a long time. I will argue that this one, I think, yeah, he's activated from a very specific distance. If you do, you can cheese him out with a double barrel, like, pretty easily. Like, you can see what I mean. It's a pretty basic archvile encounter, but you can run the risk of doing that. So there is a actual risk in doing that. I didn't want the player just to be able to run in there and beat the shit out of him, because I wanted him to actually do something. So the general path he's going to take is this. That was my idea. So you can see I didn't just want the player to, like, get, like, used to just bum rushing archviles. I wanted them to... Fucking hell. This was actually a lot harder in the beta, or the very early version of this. Like, because I didn't want the player to do this. So I just put a bunch of hit scanners instead of those imps, and it was really unfun. So if you think this looks hard, this was way worse back when I first designed it. It was really, really fucking difficult. Where is some health? I didn't put very much health here, and I know I didn't. I just want to get on with this area, if I'm honest. There's only one more level that's not finished, though. So yeah, you can cheese him, but you have to be very careful, because you can see what I mean. There's barons and there's hell knights everywhere, so the risk of actually getting nuked is pretty high. I like that. I didn't want it to be a very cut and dry, boring archvile encounter, so he actually became something that was stressful. I don't like throwing more than one archvile at a player either, because I think that's really shitty, and I just don't want to do that. I mean, I do plan on doing it, but I'm gonna do it very gently. So, awesome. You can kill all this stuff if you really want to. It's totally doable, like I said. But this is supposed to be like a, without all the bullshit attacking me, I can actually show off what this area is supposed to be. So yeah, that archvile guards this key, which is pretty useful because it's what opens up the final exit. So, yeah, you can see what I mean. I put a lot of effort into actually trying to make this look like, oh, it's the entrance to an excavated, like, you know, temple or something creepy. I really like that, and obviously I chose the color green, so I like that. I like a palette to be matching with everything. Like greens and browns, that was the idea for this level. Greens, browns, and grays. So, also I love marble texturing in this game so much. Also, oh no, is there a spooky man at the end of the hallway? Guess you're gonna have to find out in the next one.